Good morning to our viewers. Welcome. This is LNTV. We are coming to you live this morning from the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia, and we are currently before criminal proceed at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Today is the 19th of February 2025. This morning we are before criminal proceed where hearing of a case involving former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh and 4 others are expected to commence with George Roosevelt Willie. Already in court we have Samuel Tweh already seated in court awaiting the commencement of the case. I'm here to see lawyer representing the former finance ministers and all of Councilor Arthur Johnson. I'm seeing the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Councilor Augustine C. Fire, and I'm also seeing Councilor Gary Galawolo. He also members of the prosecution team. I'm also seeing Councilor Norris Tweh. Councilor Norris Tweh is also part of the defense team as well. But I'm here to see the former Finance and Development Planning Minister. So here comes the Liberia Solicitor General, Councilor Augustine C. Fire, making a way in the criminal proceed at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. So I'm here, Aram Talo, Fabin Kuya. We are here making sure that we bring you the happening. So here comes Councilor Norris Tweh. He part of the Defense Council along with Councilor Arthur Johnson. Councilor Wabuduke is also here. Sometimes ago, Councilor Wabuduke was part of the defense team, but he was later on denied based on the ruling or the recommendation from the Liberian National Bar Association regarding his citizenship. So he will not be in the dock, but he will be at the back doing research. So Councilor Norris Tweh and Wabuduke, the former executive director of LACC, are making a way in criminal proceed Temple of Justice. I'm posted right outside here waiting to see the former Finance and Development Planning Minister. Like I said earlier, already in court is Councilor Samuel Tweh is currently seated on the bench, awaiting the commencement of this case. And I'm also here to see the county attorney for Moserado County, Councilor Richard Scott. I'm also here to see him, but I can confirm that the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia is already in court awaiting George Roosevelt Willie, who will sit and preside over this case. And some months ago, you have George Lamo Dixon, who from the inception of this case, more especially the bond hearing that grant former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh the bill. That bill was questioned by the prosecution team headed by Councilor Richard Scott. According to them, some of the bond file is not legitimate So it was based on that the prosecution and the defense team took a flight to the Supreme Court of Liberia, and later on George Blamo Dixon had to recuse himself, hereby making way for George Roosevelt Willie, who is the resident circuit judge of criminal court A here at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. So we are here making sure that we bring you the happening. This is one of the public interest cases. People want to know what will be the outcome of this case. Yesterday, during the closure of the October term of court at the Supreme Court of Liberia, held by Chief Justice Sianyana Yo, the Supreme Court of Liberia ruled in favor of the government of Liberia. Mind you, the government of Liberia and the gracious wrath have been in court for a couple of months, and finally yesterday the High Court granted the asset recovery team to go on with Executive Order 126 that was issued by the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Yuma Boakai, and that ruling went in the asset recovery team yesterday, and as we speak, we are getting report that the asset recovery team have already commenced their work. And from the information that we gathered yesterday, according to the asset recovery team, they have 17 high-profile cases. While the case was at the Supreme Court of Liberia, the asset recovery team was not sleeping. They were doing their background investigation, doing their background check, and according to them, they have 17 high-profile cases. 17 high-profile cases, that is about 17 high-profile cases that they are about to go after. So this is where we are. LNTV, Aaron Talu, Fabin Kuya is also here. We'll make sure to bring you the unfolding right before the criminal proceed at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. So I'm here. So here come the Moserado County Attorney, Councilor Reggie Scott. Councilor Reggie Scott is already on his way in the chambers of criminal proceed, Temple of Justice, where the case involving former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh and others will commence in subsequent time. So this is a public interest case. This is why we are here, making sure that we bring you the unfolding. So here comes the Moserado County Attorney and Councilor Reggie Scott, making a way now in the chambers of criminal proceed here at the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Like I said earlier, I'm here to see Councilor Arthur Johnson, who is representing former Finance and Development Planning Minister in Ola. And I'm also here to see the former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh. So we are here making sure that we bring you the unfolding.
I'm praying for it. I want to pray for it. Why is that still back?
So to our viewers, just to give you a little bit of historical analysis regarding the case involving the former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh. On December 20, 2024, the former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh all pleaded not guilty in charge of economic sabotage and other related crimes. So they pleaded not guilty with the charges leveled against them. So based on that, the burden have been shifted on the prosecution now to make sure that all evidence are made available for all reasonable doubts, so that they can be held liable with the alleged crime committed. So we are here still awaiting the commencement of the case. This is LNTV. We are right out here making sure that we bring you the unfolding from the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. So, Alfred, thanks for following. George, Debbie Carr say we are waiting to hear good news. Yes, George, thanks a lot for following as well. We will recognize once the opportunity is given. So we are still here making sure we bring you the unfolding. Like I said, I'm posted right outside here waiting the arrival of the Finance Minister Samuel Tweh and my police are also in the court making sure that we bring you the unfolding. So I'll take a look in the courtroom to see the unfolding. So but earlier I saw Councillor Tweh in the courtroom that waiting for commencement of the case.
I'm looking for you all. Come to the woman, the woman said, Laga, who also keep out.
Yeah, my man, I got to see you.
So, on July 30th, 2024, an arrest warrant was issued for former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh following allegation of stealing or owed $38.9 million United States dollar during the time he served as Finance Planning Minister during the regime of the immediate past President George Weah. And others were also involved. You have Councillor Tweh also who were involved in that scandal and other. So based on that, the case, we also have the former National Security Advisor to the President of the Republic of Liberia by then, Mr. Jefferson Camo. You have the state prosecutor at the time, Councillor Tweh as well, and others from Moses Cooper, who also served as the Director of Financial Intelligence Unit of the Republic of Liberia. So this is a very high-profile case, that all Liberians are waiting to see the outcome of this case. Already on yesterday, the Supreme Court of Liberia set the stage for the fight against corruption. Mind you, since the inception of President Joseph Boakai, the issue of fighting corruption has been key on his agenda. Since the president took over, to my memory, if my memory can set me right, President Joseph Boakai has been one person who has suspended up to 475 government officials based on their failure to declare the asset. 475 government officials based on their failure to declare their assets to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. So that tells you the zest President Joseph Boakai has when it comes to the fight against corruption. Corruption is one of the fabric that is eating our society on a daily basis, on a regular basis. People complain of corruption. Since the inception of this government, the issue of fighting corruption is high and is key on his agenda, with the evidence that the president have to suspend 475 of a cabinet minister, including directors, assistant ministers, based on their failure to declare their assets. It speaks volume, and it also tells you that fight against corruption is key on the agenda of President Joseph Boakai. So this morning, this afternoon, we are here right before criminal proceed, still awaiting the arrival of former Finance Minister Samuel Tweh. Already in court is Tweh already in court. The Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Augustine C. Fire, is already in court as well. Councillor Reggie Scott, the county attorney for Montserrat County, is already seated in court. Judge Roosevelt Willie, the resident circuit judge of criminal courts, a Temple of Justice, who has resumed jurisdiction in this case based on the recusal of Judge Blamo Dixon, is already in court awaiting the commencement of this case. So few minutes from now, we will take a break and move to the courtroom to listen to hearing into the case. When we come back, we'll give you further details and unfolding in the courtroom. But what I can say is, as we speak, the county attorney for Montserrat County, the Solicitor General, is already in court. I'm here to see Councillor Arthur Johnson, who is representing Mr. Samuel Tweh, Councillor Tweh, Moses Cooper, Jefferson Camo. I'm here to see them, but what I can say is currently in court is Councillor Tweh sitting and waiting the commencement of this case. So folks, we are just being informed by court officials that currently ongoing is a pre-trial conference between both defense counsel and the prosecution in the chambers of the presiding circuit judge from Montserrat County, Judge Roosevelt Willie, in the chambers of the criminal proceed at the Temple of Justice here. After the conference, the commencement in this case will begin. But what we can say now is I'm yet to see former Finance Minister Samuel Tweh. I'm also yet to see Mr. Jefferson Camo, who used to be the National Security Advisor to then President George Weah. I'm also yet to see Moses Cooper, the Financial Intelligence Unit Director to then President George Weah. I'm yet to see him, but I can confirm that currently in court is Councillor Tweh is currently in court. So both defense and prosecution team are currently in pre-trial conference. Right after that pre-trial conference, the hearing will commence into this case. But we are here making sure to bring you the play-by-play unfolding. Corruption is the greatest enemy of any society. Corruption undermines the growth and development of society. Mind you, presidents have come and gave corruption all sort of nomenclature. I can remember during Madam Sali time, serving as president, she branded corruption as vampire, and we all know the attributes of vampire. Madam Sali branded corruption as vampire. President we are at the time, he also branded corruption as enemy of the state. President Joseph Boakai had taken a bold step to fight corruption, to prosecute those who siphon state resources, those who deprive the largest citizenry of the resources and pocket it for their own benefit. So on yesterday, the Supreme Court granted the asset and property retrieval task force that was set up by His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai with executive. So like I was saying, on yesterday, the Supreme Court of Liberia granted a ruled in favor of the assets and property retrieval task force that was set up by His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai, Executive Order 126. Our ruling was a landmark ruling yesterday, and as we speak, the assets and property retrieval task force, according to their statement, already on their plates, they have 17 high-profile cases already. 17 high-profile cases, ranging from those who siphon state resources, those who build, who are living extra life, and those who take state resources and divert it into his or her personal account in and out of Liberia. In the various counties, according to information, the asset recovery team are already dispatched team outside of Moserado County, making sure that state resources are brought back and a larger society to benefit from those resources that got abused by some past and present officials. So we are here, we are still awaiting. Also in court is the former LACC executive director who nationality or questions by the Supreme Court and the Liberian National Bar Association. He was also prevented from taking part into this case based on questions of legality. Councillor Austin Wabuduge is also in court. Councillor Augustine C. Fire is also there. The current Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia is also in court. Councillor Richard Scott, the county attorney for Mosorado County, is also in court. Councillor Jerry Galawolo from the Ministry of Justice is also in court. And other lawyers are also there. And for information that we gather, currently ongoing is pre-trial conference. After that pre-trial conference by Judge Roosevelt Willie, the presiding judge of Criminal Court A at the Temple of Justice, the official hearing in this case will commence. Keep following LNTV. We are here bringing you the unfolding. So folks, we are hoping after the pre-trial conference we will have word from the Mosorado County Attorney, Councillor Richard Scott, and we will also make effort to have words with the SG, that is the Solicitor General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Augustus C. Fire, to give us updates regarding the pre-trial conference. Mind you, today will be day one of Judge Roosevelt Willie, who will come to preside in this criminal case involving former Finance and Development Minister Samuel Tweh, Augustine Campbell, Yanati Tweh, and all us here at the grounds of the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Earlier on, George Blamo Dixon, who is the resident circuit judge for Criminal Court C at the Temple of Justice, recused himself based on some personal issues and based on having some link with the former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh. He recused himself, thereby making way for George Roosevelt Willie to resume jurisdiction in this case. But we are seeing a brand new vehicle coming in. This might be, maybe this could be the former Finance Minister. But what we can say is we are posted right here, bringing you updates, bringing you unfolding right before Criminal Court C, Temple of Justice in Monrovia. George, thanks a lot for following from the Sunny College. Thanks a lot for following Sunny College. We kindly ask that you keep sharing LNTV, ELBC live as we bring you unfolding in Liberia. So we are here right before Criminal Court C, temple of justice, making sure we bring you all of the happiness. Yesterday, we were at the Supreme Court of Liberia, where the Supreme Court of Liberia closed yesterday for the October 10th court, and they will resume the second Monday in March of this year. Yesterday, the Supreme Court handed down several final rulings. Just to name 16 ruling, and you also have the asset and the property retrieval task force were also ruled yesterday, giving the executive order issued by the president of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai, executive order number 126, establishing the Assets and Property Retrieval Task Force the right yesterday to go on and do exactly the mandate of the president when it comes to the fight against corruption in Liberia. So also to give you some updates, earlier this morning, the Liberia National Police invited District number 16 Representative Dixon Sibo. They also invited District number 15 Representative Abu Bana Kamara to aid with investigation in the ongoing case. Mind you, on December 8th of this year, Liberians wake up and witness the Capitol building was in flame, and those lawmakers this morning, they were invited by the Liberia National Police to come and clarify their size. After the burning of that Capitol building, lawmakers were posting statement which, according to the LMP, was not favorable or is not enough based on their status in society, and some of them have followers. So based on that, the Liberia National Police, headed by Gregory Coleman, invited those two lawmakers to come and give their side and tell the police exactly what they understand or what they know about the burning of the Capitol building. Capitol building is the seat of legislature in the Republic of Liberia, and it's one of the historical buildings in the Republic. So I'm seeing coming out is Councillor Nyanati Tweh. I'm also seeing Councillor Wapuduge. I'm also seeing Councillor Wiggins Wright. Yes, I'm also seeing Councillor Norris Tweh. But I'll make sure I want to have a one-on-one with I also want to have a one-on-one with we want to make sure from all indication I'm seeing both party are now leaving. I'm seeing the judge who is currently presiding over this case is also leaving. Judge Roosevelt Willie is also leaving, and Councilor Augustine Fire is also leaving. But we are still here. We want to make sure we have word with So folks, we have been informed that the hearing will commence next Monday. That is this coming Monday. The case will officially commence. So after the pre-trial conference, the hearing of this case has been postponed to next week Monday. I'm sure that will be the last Monday in this month. So the Solicitor General also left the court. I also saw Judge Roosevelt Willie also making a way back to Criminal Court A at the Temple of Justice here. But I'm still waiting to have a few words with Councilor Richard Scott, the county attorney for Mosorado County. So I'm still posted outside here. This is LNTV, and we are making sure to bring you live happening as it unfolds here on the grounds of the Temple of Justice. So after that pre-trial conference, it has been established that the case will officially commence next Monday. That will be okay, so we have been informed that this Monday, the 24th of February, the commencement and the hearing into this case will officially kick off. But we are still here. We still want to have a few words with Councilor Richard Scott, who is the county attorney for Mosorado County, and we are outside here making sure to bring you a few words from the Mosorado County attorney, and after that we'll call it a day. But until then, we are still here in LNTV. So folks, we are still right out here and waiting to have a few words with the Mosorado County attorney, Councilor Richard Scott, who were also part of the pre-trial conference. But earlier, leaving the court, I saw Councilor Wiggins Wright. He also represent the defense. I saw Councilor Jerry Kalawolo. He also represent the prosecution side. I saw the county attorney from Mosorado County, Councillor Richard Scott, the Solicitor General of Liberia, Councillor Augustine C. Fire, Councillor Wabuduke also there, and George Roosevelt Willie was also there, but he had made a way now for criminal cocaine at the Temple of Justice. But we are making way, we are making all frantic effort. We want to speak. We want to speak with the Colorado County Anthony to give us updates regarding the pre-trial conference that was held between both defense and prosecution team. So folks, again, thank you for following LN TV. We appreciate a lot. We kindly ask that you keep sharing the live as it unfolds. Like I said earlier, I'm here with Fabien Kuya. Fabien and I, we will have a few conversations before ending this live. But until then, keep following LN TV. I'm a minute. So folks, we are still here awaiting the county attorney to have a few words within before we can call this live a day. But we have been informed that one of the counsel representing the defendant's counselor, Arthur Johnson, is currently out of Liberia on international engagement. Councillor Arthur Johnson, we've been informed that he is currently out of Liberia. One may say in the bailiwicks of Liberia on international conference. Moses Molu, thanks a lot for following from US. Moses, thanks a lot for following. Thanks also. We appreciate, we kindly ask that you keep following. So we have been informed that Councillor Arthur Johnson is currently out of Liberia on international assignment. Councillor Arthur Johnson is the lead councillor for the defendants, and we have been informed that he is out of Liberia. I'm told when one of the defendants heard that Councillor Arthur Johnson was taking assignment out of Liberia, he was worried. So Councillor Johnson might not be into this case, and other may want to, because he is currently out of the Republic of Liberia. I'm told he are gone to the RCC. That's why we just gathered from our information reservoir that Councillor Arthur Johnson is currently out of Liberia and they are going to the RCC. And so in court for the pre-trial conference today, you have Councillor Wiggins Wright. Councillor Wiggins Wright is one of the oldest lawyers here in our jurisdiction. We have Councillor Augustine Fire, council who is also representing the government of Liberia. We have Councillor Richard Scott, the county attorney for Mosoralo County. Wabuduke, Austin Wabuduke, the former and questions national of the Republic of Liberia was also in court. We also have Councillor Norris Tweh, who is the younger brother of the former Finance and Development Planning Minister Samuel Tweh, also in court. Already they had departed the grounds of temple of justice. They had departed criminal proceed, but still in criminal proceed is the Mosorado County Attorney, Councillor Richard Scott. I'm still awaiting Councillor Scott to give all details of the unfolding there during the pre-trial conference. My pre-trial conference is intended for both defense and prosecution lawyer. The defendant is not forced to be in attendance once his or her lawyer is in attendance. Councillor Scott, I mean just few minutes. Just a pre-trial conference. Okay, so we would like to have a few words with Councillor Richard Scott, but he has said no. We want to have just a few words with Councillor Jerry Galawolo, who also part of the prosecution. So folks, again, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for following. The county attorney, all the lawyers are saying the records are in a court. They cannot speak now because the case is currently in court. So we have been informed that this case will commence next Monday, that is the 24th of February 2025. We'd love to say thank you so much for following. So folks, we have been informed that the case will commence next Monday at 9 a.m. right here, Criminal Court C at the Temple of Justice. But from what was discussed in the pre-trial conference was the defense had requested that this case should be not a bench trial, it should be a juror case. So last week the selection of juror began, and this week the selection process will end, and all those that will be selected to serve as juror for this case, they will be here at the grounds of the Temple of Justice. In legal terms, you refer to it as all the jurors will be here and sequestered right after the case before they can go to their various homes. But until then, the case is expected to start next Monday at 9 a.m. where you have both defense lawyer, prosecution, and the defendants will be in court to listen to argument, and is a jury trial. Thank you so much for following LNTV. We appreciate a lot. Keep following as we take break to resume next Monday right here before the Criminal Court C, Temple of Justice, Republic of Liberia. Aram Talu,